This stuff, it makes me feel cool. So good, I don't know what I'm gonna do. You know, it does a body right. Like a terror somewhere without your body light. And that's right, I guess I'm doing fine. No ghosts must think me there in time.
Right. That was a gentle introduction. How did that song come about, Joe?
Sorry?
How did that song come about? What was the...
One moment here.
What was the inspiration for the song?
Just honestly, I just wanted to write a song.
Oh, right, okay.
No, it's my whole life's kind of been, I guess, made around doing music for a living or something music related for a living.
Yeah. How long have you been professional for?
I'm 37 and I've been technically professional since I was 16.
Wow.
For a long time. I started really seriously touring and recording when I was 19.
Right.
And then I toured for 5 years with an original band. Sorry, is that better? I brought the mic closer to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was that with the LP Outsiders?
Yes, toured with a band called LP Outsiders for about 5 years, and that music actually can still be found on Spotify and iTunes or wherever you listen to music. We did a lot of cool things. It was a 7-member band, so obviously it was kind of hard to keep going forever. There were a couple members who were married, and we just had been on the road for so long that eventually it just sort of fizzled out. But we did about 3 or 4 albums over a 6-year period, and then that sort of went away, and I just decided, I wasn't making a whole lot of money doing that, even though we were signed with a publishing company, touring and stuff. It was still, we were putting all the money back into the band, so we didn't actually make any money back, really, a little bit. But so when that went to funk, I decided I needed to do music for a living because that's what I quit college to do. So I was married, and my wife's a musician as well, and so I started playing in cover bands. Playing other people's music at weddings and bars and stuff like that. And I ended up playing in St. Louis for about 10 years, about 4 or 5 nights a week, probably most of those years I was there.
Yeah.
I was also working in restaurants during the day, just to, still have a steady job and stuff, just in case I had like a slow week or whatever. But we did casinos and weddings and still traveled a lot and stuff like that. So now I'm in Rochester. When I got to Rochester, I didn't really know anybody. But this was all in St. Louis, Missouri, that I was doing music for a long time. When I got to Rochester, I decided that I needed to start writing music again for myself. Mm-hmm. And that's kind of where I am now. I started the whole name, the brand name JoeJoe Keys. Learned a lot about social media, pretty much all self-taught, except for a few things here and there where I was lucky to learn from some really great, smart people and stuff. And it's just
What's the main outlet for your music? How do you get you've written the music, where do you go from there?
As far as like selling it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm promoting it. Yeah, so I wasn't ever big into social media until about 5 years ago when I decided I was going to write music again, and I realized that, I wasn't going to be able to start my own band necessarily and start playing. I didn't even really want to do that, honestly. I didn't want to start playing locally. I didn't want to have a band and try to tour again. I've been there, done that. I'll do it again if the situation's right. Yeah. So I decided to turn to social media, and I was like, okay, Facebook, whatever that is, and mind you, this is probably almost 6 years ago now, honestly. It was October. So I realized right away the limits of regular Facebook. And so started a Twitter account.
Okay.
And then I was like, look, basically, my wife got mad at me the first day I started a Twitter account. Thought I was already doing too much. I'm like, there's a point here. I'm not just doing it just mess around. I'm doing it for real, to do something. So now she understands, and that's where I am now. It's 6 years later, I guess, and I'm just doing it. and
Yeah.
I more do it for myself than anybody else, really.
Right. So you've established a Facebook page solely for the music. You've got your own personal page, but you've got a professional page as well.
Yeah, I have personal page, and then I have JoeJoe Keys Facebook page. I have a Twitter, and then everything else too. I mean, I have Instagram and Pinterest, and if you actually go to Pinterest and type in music, I come up second. You know, so I've really learned a lot, expanded, and I don't have one platform that's my favorite. Well, I like Twitter the best, but I don't really have one platform that I use the most. I use them all collectively.
Right. Okay. And how do you coordinate it all? Does Empire Craig play a part in that?
Yeah. So I discovered that through a friend who was teaching me a lot of stuff, and he turned me on to it. And it was, you know, Empire Avenue back then, and it was 4 years ago I think I joined now.
Okay. Yeah.
And it was just looked like a great way to spread my name with not having any budget, you know.
Yeah.
That grassroots networking that really comes along with it is key. You know, it's about having that specific message or whatever, you know, that you want to talk about or promote without trying not to be spamming about it, I guess. You know, you build your network through people that you actually touch in real life almost. You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
I really like it a lot. It's really been good to me. So.
Yeah. What aspects have been most used? Is it the connections you've made or missions?
Oh, really? So one of the connections that I made a while back was really good. Didn't turn out so well, but and yeah, like, you know, now I've met you, and you're up in here. And Jay Crispin was one of the first ones that I was really connected with. I haven't talked to her in a while, but just a lot of great people on there. There's a lot of, like, you know, weird, like, you know, like spammy type people too, but, you know, you kind of leave those out just like anywhere else. And when they get the picture of what's really going on there, I think they either leave or they get with the program. You know?
Yeah, there's a lot of genuine people there, isn't there, helping each other and working together.
Yeah.
And it really is that if you go and help someone, they will come and help you.
Mm-hmm. Great.
Yeah.
And you don't see that very much online, especially with Indie Music Plus in particular. You know, I'm spammed all day long with, you know, not even asking me nicely to listen to music, just like, yo, listen to this, you know, or you know, no, why? I don't even know you. So it's you know, it's cool. It's cool.
Yeah. Well, what point did Indie Plus come about? Your website?
Well, it was weird because one of the main founding members of LP Outsiders, his name is Loopy, and he's actually still an artist. He's a good friend of mine, and we started the record label that we had called Looped Up Records back with Outsiders, LP Outsiders back in the day, and he lives in St. Louis, and I live in Rochester. So we started this partnership. Looped Up Records, and that didn't really go anywhere, but because he wasn't really interested, which is fine, you know, but I was, so I turned it into Joe Sarah Inc. My blanket company for going to be a lot of different things. My wife's music therapy is under there, you know, locally and stuff like that. But and then Joe Sarah Inc. I was building this sort of a boutique music company, and I took it for a little over a year, and it went really well. But I always kicked myself from the very beginning for calling it Joe Sarah Inc. because it doesn't make sense search value wise, you know.
Right.
So I just changed it to Indie Music Plus, and that's basically what it is. It's sort of an avenue to promote myself as a you know, a musician, but also a social media marketer for musicians. And it's a chance for me to be able to help educate musicians like myself 6 years ago who don't know what they're doing. You know? And I can also promote them through the networks that I've built of targeted music fans and indie musicians. That's basically what it is. It's sort of the same idea of building a network. It has a social network involved as well.
Yeah.
That's going okay. I've just been really busy personally, so I haven't really had a chance to focus on that. But it's, you know, growing, and that's sort of the idea behind it, growing a network of musicians who are helping each other in the same way as EA. 3K, sorry.
Well, it's getting out the music out there and people to listen to it is the thing, isn't it? I mean,
Yeah,
you've created the product that you believe in, and you want to make it go further.
totally. Music is my life, and music is my life, and it. Is that better?
Is that better, John? Hello, John.
Is that better? Oh, we can't hear you.
Oh, right. Okay. Right. We'll just carry on. We can't hear you, John. Right. Okay. So is it time for another track? Do you have another track ready to
Yeah.
play?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's see. Well, this is let's see, everybody likes this one. This is a 9 Inch Nails cover that I did with my wife. She's actually singing. So it's a song called Piggy by 9 Inch Nails that I redid. I actually did a Kickstarter campaign to fund it. So.
Broken bone, you left me hanging on love.
Anyway.
Okay. So that's available on iTunes and Spotify. Is it difficult to actually get a song onto iTunes, or
No, not
how do you actually get?
Super easy.
It's a straightforward process.
Super easy these days. Put a song on iTunes. I use CD Baby.
Uh-huh.
Is what I like to use. It's cheap too. Only $10 to put a song up. But if you want to put a full album with like full no royalty stuff, which I haven't really seen success with yet, it's like extra tracking,
right?
Further than what ASCAP does and stuff. It's like $60 for an album, but it's still not bad at all, really. And it's there up there forever. Whereas like companies like Reverb Nation, that are trying to take advantage of people, will charge you yearly to have your music up on iTunes.
Right. Okay.
So.
Yeah. So once you've got it on the song onto iTunes, and it's there amongst millions of others, how do you actually promote it?
Like crazy. I mean, you can't just put it up on your Facebook page once. You got
right.
It's best to set up a system about it too, though. You don't just spam it out all the time. You need to like set up a strategy.
Okay.
Get some automation tools, which are always handy. So you're not at your computer 24/7. And just engage with people basically. Like I don't go after people as in like spamming them with their handles and stuff on Twitter and send them links. I just am constantly, strategically and methodically promoting the stuff, and when people respond to me, then that's when I respond back to them.
Right.
Away, or however it works, really. It's just, I'm not constantly going, hey, listen to me, listen to me, listen to me, because I can let it go with me. So.
Yeah. Which automation tools do you use to get the word out?
Well, I started with Hootsuite.
Yep.
Got certified with the program, whatever that was. It was good. They have a lot of good tools. I love Hootsuite. Friends Plus Me has been really good to me.
Yep.
Buffer's cool, but I don't use it quite as much. And then the IFTTT, if this and that's great. All that
Hello,
kind of stuff.
hello, everyone.
Hello.
Can you hear me good?
Yeah, we can hear you, Montez. Yes.
Very nice. I've been sitting and listening. You said you don't use SoundClick. Why not?
I don't know. I honestly haven't. It's just I haven't got that far. Why should I? I have friends that use it.
You have friends that use it. Have they told you very much about it? Any good feedback
bit.
or anything?
A little bit. Why do you use it?
No, I just now recently got signed up with SoundClick, and I'm kind of waiting for their emails to come back, or I think it's like a 6 months process for them to look at the music and then to put it down through the system or what have you. I'm not really sure how that all works. I was listening to how you were saying about marketing and not spamming and overdoing people's handlers and things like that. Crazy idea. I was sitting back a while ago and I was into like the internet marketing, trying to find out how can I set a product out for sale without necessarily me being the one to constantly go out and sell it to them, and because it's very monotonous. You don't have that much time in the day. You have to write music. You have to do all these, So, have you ever heard of solo ads?
Sounds familiar.
So, like, solo ads is basically a person that you hire to make an ad for you and to post it on different websites or different handlers that the people know through, like, you might say your email people that you have in your address book or whatever. I don't know. I just didn't know if you've ever tried that. I was thinking about going ahead and it's like $40. You pay someone, you find someone really good, and they kind of make your ad, and then you submerge it to either your iTunes link or your YouTube link or even SoundCloud, just a Reverb Nation, all these major handlers. And when they post it on the websites, people who are interested in listening, it's already posted up there, so they give you the click, and they get to listen and they get to play, and it causes a chain reaction, starts your conversation.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, it sounds familiar, but I haven't used it. Let me know how it turns out for you.
I shall. I haven't really tried. I just figured I'd ask you to see how you've done it.
I don't know. Sounds really familiar, though. I'll have to look into it.
Yeah.
I mean, there's more than one route to get the music out there. Adverts, obviously, you pay the one time, then you keep on paying. If you're talking about social networking and getting to know people, then that's an ongoing process, and it doesn't cost a thing.
This is true.
This is true. Time, really. It just takes your time. Really, it's that's what's that worth for you?
Right. Have you? So you had never paid for Twitter followers or any of that, neither? No need.
No,
a lot of people.
What's that?
A lot of people say. Oh, you should buy like your first few to get you started to find out the capability of people. No, you don't. You disagree?
No, I build Twitter accounts all the time. And I haven't bought any. Never bought Twitter followers. It's all about connecting. It's all about. Not even about just connecting, like getting in their face saying hello. It's you get notifications on Twitter and stuff. So if you follow people that you're interested in, maybe they'll follow you back. Maybe they won't. Down the road, maybe you'll decide you want to unfollow them if they haven't followed you. But the idea is to start that conversation.
Very good. Well, how do you speak to the verified people, the people that add you that are verified? How do you reach out to them?
Well, same way. You just have to get on the radar. It's just like in real life. Basically, it's just that everybody's just kind of out there with Twitter, whereas in real life we're walking past each other. But you know, you walk past somebody 2 weeks, you might not even notice who they are, right? Until you're like, oh, I saw you wearing that shirt the other day, or something like that.
Yeah, that's it's being consistent.
Exactly.
And if you help them, if they've got a record out and they're promoting it via Twitter, if you help promote it, then they might notice you. If you say to them, "Here's my record, listen to it," then, as Joe said earlier, he gets yeah. I mean that's a turn off. If you help them, and then they might help you back. Now it is basically, as Joe said as well, it's time. If you invest time rather than money, you're actually building something which won't go away. With an advert, as soon as you stop paying, it's gone. And if you're buying false Twitter accounts, they're not going to buy your songs, because the odds are that those Twitter accounts are not real. Now, we're speaking in general terms here, but you know, it is if you're upfront and you're genuine and you get on with people, then you get remembered and people will get into your songs and listen to your songs and go to your page on the web.
It's all about those people that come into your circle. It's about, you know, really these days about getting their email address and staying in touch with them. You know, not getting their email address and send them an email every day, say, hey, buy my song, buy my song, buy my song. But, you know, get their email address and cultivating that relationship with them by maybe once a week or every 2 weeks or something, send them an article and say, hey, you know, saw this the other day and thought you might find value in this or whatever, you know, and then like maybe 3 weeks later, you come out with a new song, they already checked out your email from before, so you weren't asking for anything from them, you know. Next time they're like, oh, he doesn't ask for anything, so I'm going to check it out, you know. Oh, look, we got a new song out. You know, stuff like that. It's tough at first.
Very good.
You know.
Very good information.
Yeah, good.
So like, how do you go about finding different songs that you want to go and redo or remake, or is there a criteria about that, or do you have a thought process for this, or?
Honestly, Pig is the only song I've redone. I always do just all original music.
I see.
Played with other people's music for so long in cover bands that I have no interest in playing covers, really. I might occasionally do some song I really like a different way. But the Piggy thing was all like my wife's idea. And for me, it was a Kickstarter project experiment, you know, to be able to raise the money through my fan base to record it, you know.
I see.
And I ended up raising like $300. And I did all the recording basically on my own. So all it really, the $300 was for my time and for the couple of musicians I
see.
So Kickstarter is a great way to go if you want to get your music out there. Oh, it's one avenue.
It's one avenue. I like Indiegogo better.
Okay.
I helped fund my album named for yesterday with Indiegogo.
You said Indiegogo?
Yeah. Because the thing about Indiegogo is they let you can pick. You can pick two so you don't have to reach your goal. You can pick an option. You can either pick to where you have to reach your goal or you don't get the money and they take out less money or the percentage, or you can choose the option of you get all the money right away, even if people are putting it in, but they take a little bit more of a percentage. A little bit more of a percentage they take is well worth to have the money right away, in my opinion. You use
the same strategy when it comes to marketing on these different, like maybe you might open us up to some strategies that you might use, if you don't mind.
Possibly. I'm not going to give you all my secrets, but yeah.
Right. How exactly which one's really the best handler to use? You know, Facebook, Google, Twitter, and all these different things. But then I look at like Google thinking like, man, you could really massively reach people throughout things. But then Facebook, it's like if you're friends with them, then you can see that they've seen it. You know, what's your? I mean, I know you say, you know, these different other, but when you go about socially marketing, is it really just a Twitter type of ordeal, or?
No, everything.
Everything, mix them all together.
Big circle, right. And all goes like this, basically, and your website is right in the center of it. That's how I see it.
I see.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, you build up a following on Twitter and on Facebook, and you need to know basically whether you're being effective. And that's where a site we're both members of, which is how we met, a site called empire.cred. Now, basically, that is a social networking site primarily, but on top of that, it's a game which we enjoy playing. But the main feature is missions. Okay. Now, if you send a tweet out, if you've got 1,000 followers on Twitter, and you send a tweet out, yeah, only 1% of that 1,000 will see it because they're not online at the time. Yeah, so they're only reaching 10 people. What you really want is to send a tweet out and for people to retweet you, so that not only do your friends see it, but their friends see it as well. Now, through Empire Cred, that becomes a possibility, a probability. If you engage with people on Empire Cred, then you can get the word out about your products. You can get people to visit your website, and if they wish, they can retweet your tweets, so that a tweet that you send out to 1,000 people can reach 10, 15 times that quite easily. Yeah.
I see.
And that's I think that's one of the threads, the way that you work, Joe, isn't it? True.
Yeah, powerful, yeah. Yeah, Reddit personally helped me get to the top of reverbation charts just by, using the pure power of the numbers. It's cool.
Yeah.
Wow. Good stuff. Well, I guess I'll jump out, and I know there's an open seat, but I'll just sit and listen. Huh? You're doing so well.
Okay. Good to meet you. Okay. Look forward to seeing you on future Blabs.
All right. Thank you. Thank you so much. Good meeting you all.
Yeah, you too, brother.
Bye for now. Okay.
So,
Yeah. So, I mean, Montez is obviously trying to make it in the music industry, and he's not alone. If you were coming into the industry now, what strategy would you adopt?
I'd be lost, honestly, because I've been doing this, for almost 20 years now. And,
right. Okay.
A lot of what I learned with outsiders back in the day, just doing regular, college radio marketing, can still be applied to some of this too. Just the constant learning process, just like music. It's like you never ever quite perfected it. It's always evolving, and So, yeah, I don't know. Hard.
It is starting from scratch. But I think just to echo what we said to Montez there, you wouldn't actually go out to buy followers on Twitter or likes on Facebook, because it's hollow, because there's nothing behind it.
Yeah.
But you can use it if you get involved, if you become a networker. You can promote your songs. Is it time for another song? Do you have one queued up?
Sure. Let me just adjust the settings here.
Okay. Yeah.
So this one I collabed with. This one I collabed with a local rapper. So I'm singing the verses or singing the choruses, and he's doing the raps and the verses.
Yeah, what's coming across is your involvement in different genres of music. You've involved in different genres of music, I mean, apart from writing your own and collaborating with your lady wife. You're actually
I actually listen to like heavy metal all day long, to be honest. But I love playing R&B and funk.
Okay, shall we talk Def Leppard, Led Zeppelin?
Oh, heavier than that. Like,
heavier than that. Okay, where are we going?
Like Deicide and Slayer and stuff like that.
All right, okay.
That's my work music, but I think I like it because I just play funk and piano. I don't actually play in any metal bands, so.
All right, okay. You actually teach piano, don't you?
Yes, I teach piano. Well, I have like 50 to 60 students I teach during the week. Which ends up being about six hours a day, 5 days a week. So it's good. I like it.
Yeah. You're getting involved in getting new musicians started.
Exactly. Yeah, I had a new student yesterday actually that was 4.5. So.
Right. Okay. Yeah. My partner's a German teacher, and she teaches students German from 4 to 84, and it's across the range, isn't it? The interest in music is global, and it's across ages as well. Yeah. So, what do you plan to do in the future? What are your future music plans?
Keep growing, basically. The Indie Music Plus is my main focus. I haven't even really written any music lately because I'm just building the indiemusicplus.com. So, and my wife just graduated with a master's in mental health. So she's 38, finally started her life. So we're going to, I don't know, we'll be in Rochester for a while. But I'm just going to keep building, probably do another album sometime in the near future. Like I said, I do this more for myself than, for anybody else, because I don't have millions of fans or anything. So, all about more of the expression,
Yeah, but you have a growing fan base. I noticed on SoundCloud that you're going on SoundCloud, is it?
Yeah.
Where your music's stored, you've got a growing fan base.
Oh yeah, big time. Yeah,
built up over the years.
Always growing and stuff. I'm giving away Space Timer, and I have ways that I give away and get emails and stuff, and all that stuff. My email list is constantly growing. I almost have 1,000 on there. So that's been my goal. Is always I want 1,000 people on my email list who buy everything I put out, basically.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. And that's taking time to build up. It doesn't come overnight.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think I've joined that list too. Certainly as a fan and getting involved in your music. It's been a pleasure to talk. And thank you to everybody who's listened and contributed. Big thanks to Montez for joining in and asking some very interesting questions, and hopefully we've managed to help you. Would you like to play us out, Joe, and then we'll wind up for today? But thank you. It's been a brilliant session.
My pleasure. Thank you very much. So this is I Can Play Whatever I Want. This is just basically, sort of like it was kind of written towards a bandmate that I wasn't fond of who was telling me to play certain parts, but it's also about just how my training as a musician allows me to be able to basically play whatever I want. So that's it.
time, and it's fine.